in-game wins, in real life wins, something to keep us just on track with our goals and stuff like that, and just be grateful for anything that we've accomplished. So that's today's the day. That's today. Um, so um, I always start with my wins, and if you have your own wins that you'd like to share, please, you are welcome to chat to talk about them in chat. All right, so in-game win has something. It always seems to do something with the keys. Yeah, I do Mythic Plus. I pug Mythic Plus on my Resto Druid. I have other healers. These are all my healers. I am a multi-class healer. And I love doing keys. I have some other classes that I play on. But right now I've just been focusing on my Resto Druid. She's been the one that I've pretty much been devoted to for several expansions now since BFA. Hi Chan, hey, what's up? Hey, how have you been? It's been quite a while since I've been on stream, it seems. But yeah, I'm just talking about my wins from last week. Every week, if I play WoW, if I don't play WoW, I'm gonna talk about wins. We should talk about our wins, okay? If you want, you don't have to, but you're welcome to. All right, like I said. Oh, what does that mean? Hi, hey John. I hope I don't have a Google translator. But hello, John. Hi, John. How you guys? Yeah, so as I was saying, like my Rester Druid here is the one I've just kind of been, she's been like my main for a while, and I really wanted to get her some gear, you know, at the beginning of the season. And you know me, I just run Mythic Plus. You know me. You never see me do anything else, right? Right? The people who watch me consistently. Yeah, what does that even mean, John? Does that mean birthday? But yeah, so well, one of my game wins from last week is that I actually started raiding again. What? What? It was completely I want to say spontaneous. It was not planned at all. It was not planned at all. It was not with the guild, because my guild, I talked to them like the other day, and I was asking, hey, what's their raid schedule like? What's a raid schedule like? And then they were saying, oh yeah, it's 7 to 9 p.m. server time, and that's like my time, so like Pacific time, and that's just kind of late for me. It's like what I remember, because like last year I was in the same guild, and I just like know that I prefer not to play when it's later in the day. I'm just so exhausted by the end of the day, you know, which is why I would rather stream and play earlier in the day when my energy is a little bit higher. Right? Makes sense. So I try to play based on my energy levels. As a lot of you are aware, you know, I deal with a lot of health issues. So so yeah, last week someone on my friends list that I've met in one of my keys, actually, they added me. They're like, hey, do you by any chance want to raid heroic? It was just a heroic, you know, but I've never even raided normal or LFR of the new raid, you know. So yeah, a little story time. They know that I play with my boyfriend, and that's how they met us. It was a shaman that from one of our keys weeks ago, like week 1. And yeah. And he was like, "Oh, you and your boyfriend should come and like join our raid team or raid group, whatever." I'm like, okay, as long as you know that we've never stepped foot in the raid, and then us being a tank healer combo, it's like I feel like we need to know a little bit of something, you know, before we just crash your party, right? So it was a little bit nerve wracking, but we had we just gave it a go, and we got like 5 bosses down in heroic. Like it seemed like super easy. I don't know. I feel like this raid tier is just like once you hit Skarn, one of the bosses. I don't know if you guys raid, but that's like the point where things start to like hurt a little bit, and people really need to be a little bit more coordinated to get that kill. So but I'm glad we got 5 bosses down in heroic without having any like raiding experience before that, really. Especially me, because I feel like I've just said goodbye to the raid world for years now. I basically was roaming around in Mythic Plus keys without any raid gear on. And it's partly why it was such a challenge. Because like you see all these other people doing high keys and they already have raid gear. They're Mythic Raiders, they have all their tier, they have like all the amazing trinkets from the raid, right? Oh yeah, John. I'm getting used to it. I'm starting to embrace the raid content, I guess. Like not just Mythic Plus keys. And you know what? The whole time that I was there in the raid, I was like, wow, this is a cool fight. This is cool. Like if someone died, I'm like, whoa, what happened? Why did they die? But like, it just seemed like, I don't know, it wasn't toxic. It just didn't feel like it was toxic. I don't like raiding, especially pugging raids, because people just get so frustrated. They start name calling. They just start like, oh, you guys, oh, we actually had to pug someone, and it was a healer. I'm not gonna name any names, but they were very rude because the team was a Prague team. Hey, Alout, welcome. And after a few polls on Skarn, they're like, okay, I've wasted enough time with you people, and then they were just so rude the entire time. Like, what makes people do that? What makes people so entitled and just talk like that to other human beings in this game? It just like boggles my mind. Like, why do you have to talk like you're the most perfect creature that's ever existed? I don't know. Just especially so early on in the season, it's like people will make mistakes. There's such a thing as progressing guilds, progressing raid teams, still like this is like nothing unusual, right? We have people like that. So anyway, I'm definitely not one of those people. And that's like one of the reasons why I was afraid to go back into the raiding, because my boyfriend said it correctly. It's like you have more people to disappoint. There's more people that can see you, and it's kind of hard to tell, like, are they being bad, or are they having issues? Like, how can we help them, But a lot of people can get so frustrated that yeah, like there's more people for you to disappoint, literally in a raid. In a 5-man, sorry, I'm like having like some issues with my voice right now. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't really talk that much today, so it's my first time talking. Yeah, not everyone is nice. You're right, but we're not new to that. Like, we play MMOs, we played WoW for years. This is not new. We are aware that people are not nice, in this game. There's a lot of people who just lack emotional intelligence and things like that, and forget that there are real people playing this game, and what you say can impact them, Sure, it's a game, but we're still people at the end of the day, Treat people nicely. I don't know. Like, golden rule, man, of being being a person. But right, so that was one of my wins. It's just like I was open enough to raid again, and I didn't really get any gear. I didn't get gear, but at least today I'll open up my vault and see if I got anything out of that, because I didn't get to do 7 bosses from heroic. I only did 5, and then we actually killed the last boss on normal, so that was fun, but did not open up my my 3rd vault for the raid. I did, however, do a bunch of 20s again, so at least for my Mythic Plus vault, it's all filled out with 20s for 47 item level. So yeah, so I will log on to my druid here and check what I have in the vault. But yeah, so this is going to be a video later, so I'll have my own separate video for anyone who missed live stream. By the way, guys, you can totally tell me what your wins are if you played WoW last week, or any game really. It's not just, I know people play more than WoW, okay? So tell me about something, about anything you played last week, and tell me about your biggest win. And then on the flip side of that, or on the same token, I guess, we also have in real life wins, right? We want to celebrate a lot of stuff that we've accomplished. So while it's loading in, this is the perfect time to talk about that. So I have a lot of anxiety in my life. In fact, it's gotten it's just talking about my real life, you know, and it penetrates like every part of my life, really. Gaming, you know, work, school, like relationships, friendships, things like that. And it's all because of anxiety. I've been diagnosed with panic disorder over 10 years ago. I've been dealing with some severe panic attacks, things that have been just life altering, like incapacitating, like very horrible. And I still have stuff like that, right? And you know, yeah. So it still affects me, and sometimes it can get really bad, but ever since I started playing games, I feel like it's gotten a little bit better. Like I know how to manage it somehow. But yeah. I don't know. I like to think that me playing Mythic Plus has kind of helped me out with that, because I'm exposed to the ability to like think on my feet and stuff like that, right? And one of the biggest things that I've learned about actually last week is something that actually not so much I learned about new, but it was a good reminder, and it's to do something different, you know? Anytime that you have a routine or anything they want to do a couple times a week or whatever, even every day if you're comfortable. Like let's say you go on a walk, and if you take the same path every day, why not take a different path? Like go the opposite way. Instead of you starting on the left side, why don't you go on the right side this time, you know? And that actually trains your brain to accept change in your life, you know? It really, I feel like that helps with anxiety. People who are anxious about change, about the unknown, I know it sucks, but sometimes when we open ourselves up to doing something different every once in a while, we are more accepting of changes, and then we can react to them, you know, a little bit more positively. So I actually did that experiment. Instead of taking a walk, the same exact route, I took a different route. It exposed me to a whole different scenery. Like it's been kind of fun, you know? It's just like this little change that you can make a big difference. So it's just something minor like that. That's like one of my wins. Just be brave. That's like a win. But also, kind of similar, talking about real life, I went the other day, I went to a family gathering. My cousin graduated high school, and um, she's my little cousin. She's probably one of my youngest cousins, if not the youngest cousin, and I'm just really proud of her, she struggled a lot with school. We tutored her a lot and she finally graduated and then she's going to go into nursing. So that's pretty cool. But my thing about it is that I get so anxious when we meet up again, like with the whole family, all these people. I get so anxious. Like, there's so many people. And literally, when I went to the party, graduation party, there's so many people. Oh my God, she's like so popular. It's like, wow. I was overwhelmed by the amount of people there, other bodies, get claustrophobic and stuff like that. But you know what? I figured that I thought I was gonna get really overwhelmed by socializing. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to go because I get so like, oh, there's so many people. I get like anxious, like social anxiety. And the thought of that was exhausting to me. I almost didn't go, and I have the habit of doing that. Like I just get overwhelmed and I just don't even want to go before the thing even starts. So I went anyway. So I just kind of whatever. It's people that I haven't seen in a while and it's just to celebrate a win, someone else's win as well. So I went and I've been there for several hours, for a long time, I think. I don't know. 5 or 6 hours or something like no. Yeah, at least 5 hours. And surprisingly, so I'm an introvert. When I socialize with people, I get so drained, we want to recharge. But it was just really interesting. Like I spent the whole day basically with my other cousin, my cousin's daughter, she's 9. And I hung out with her and I just felt like a little kid again. I don't know. I just like we laughed. I laughed at everything she said. She's such a funny little kid. And it just like, wow, I'm happy I did this. I hung out with people and in a way that energized me. I came back on wow. And I was like, wow, why am I not tired? What's happening? So it's just interesting because I feel so drained after communicating and talking to people for hours on end. Even just streaming. Yeah, Chon, I'm an introvert. I'm super introvert. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but I am. I am an introvert. Um, but yeah, it was just kind of surprising. Like I came back, it's like 10 p.m. pretty much. I went on WoW and I started running keys. Like, what the heck? What? So like when before I would just be like ready to go back to sleep at like noontime. I seem sociable. Well, I think it's because it's a learned behavior. Um I think it really depends on your environment and like what you're exposed to. I was basically forced into socializing a lot. I did not feel comfortable though. That alone is draining, I think. Just doing something that's not part of your personality, like going against the grain of your personality can be very draining. That's why they say that masking can cause a lot of fatigue, which is true. Um but I think it's because at there's a healthy amount of socialization, I guess. I think as human beings, like we all have, I guess, a prerequisite or like a requirement of the minimum amount of socializing you need to thrive because we're social creatures, right? And if you're deprived of all human contact, it's not good for you. It's gonna affect you, right? This is why you have like movies with like people going in outer space on these like long missions and then they just kind of lose their minds right? Have you seen anything like that, like shows and TV? And my like one of my best in slot trinkets from Mythic Plus is from Vortex or Nilceris. I don't want to run that over and over. I'm tired of running that. So I haven't gotten any of those drops yet. Sad. Oh, you got it from Vault? Oh, sweet. Well, grats. Grats to you, Sean. I'm about to see what I got in my vault. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, I guess I could talk about that. I've been farming a lot of Vortex Pinnacles last week because that's the one that I decided I actually want that trinket. Have you guys heard of it? The Rain Song trinket? If you're a healer, you can only roll if you have a healer spec on. So we could talk about that a little bit. We could talk about some cool loot options. So yeah, Rain Song, this is the one. Rain Song is from Vortex Pinnacle, and I was trying to get it on like a hierarchy so I don't have to waste any of the crests to upgrade it. So yeah, Rain Song, if you're not familiar, it is an intellect trinket, and it only drops if you have a if your loot spec is healer, and it says like your healing spells have a chance to call a flowing anthem granting 12 for item level 402. So it grants you a bunch of haste for 15 seconds. Under this effect, your healing spells on allies have a chance to cause a ripple, granting them haste for 10 seconds. So it's a support trinket. It's amazing. And I love stuff like this. I figured it would help the entire group, and that's the one that I really, really want. And I didn't get it to drop at all. It dropped. I saw it drop once, and it went to a DPS because I guess they're rolling for their healing spec. I'm like, dang it. Darn. So I saw it once. At least I saw it. Another thing that I really want, because I did raiding, is Reshok's Heart. I want that trinket. Wait. Raid Abris. Reshok. This trinket. This is another trinket that I want. Reshok's Molten Heart. It's an intellect trinket. Equip. Your healing spells have a chance to awaken the heart, restoring 6,000 mana over 10 seconds and causing your healing spells to restore 33,000 additional health over 10 seconds. Overhealing from this effect invigorates your target, granting them up to 561 versatility for 12 seconds. This is another amazing support trinket on top of just helping you out. This has been like a dream of mine. I want, as a resto druid, pugging keys or doing keys in general, I'm on the go, right? And I really hate going you know, and it's just been one of my challenges as a resto druid. And if I had that trinket, oh my god, that would help me so much. In fact, the fear of going has caused me to go back to Night Elf. I was a troll for several years, and then I went back to Night Elf because I just want that shadow meld to get me the heck out of combat. And last week was so annoying because Spiteful keeps you in combat, man. Ugh. So that was just so tilting. I was so tilted last week. I hated last week. Spiteful keeps you in combat. And incorporeals or whatever, I don't care. I can hibernate them. But the fact that the Spitefuls keep you in combat, you get more incorporeals. It's just so freaking annoying. Yeah. Ale Out has that trinket. It's very nice. Also got Water Beating Heart, which is awesome with the Druid Tank because the armor scales and it boosts his damage. Yeah, that's another good one. Oh, okay. Ale Out. Hey, we've got some wins here. Ale Out says, my real life win. this week was getting a lot of work done on my own with moving my mom's stuff and throwing some stuff out and clearing out the house and stuff. Lots of stuff was out. I did that with my dad. I cleaned his room because he's like pretty disabled with his back. He has got severe sciatica, and I cleaned up his room, and that felt nice. He was happy. Nice. So I know how that must feel. That feels like a big win for sure. You cleaned out and moved your mom's stuff, and so you purged things, and that's good. That's awesome. In game, when was doing it 520s, 2-time though. Oh, hey, at least you got in, right? Were you getting into people's keys, or were you pushing yours? I had to waste some time trying to get invited to other people's keys because I was trying to like get as many different types of dungeons as possible. So, it gets their IO, grows more if you have different dungeons, right? And that took a while, but I did get at least I want to say 10 20s done last week. I think I did around 9 to 10. All right. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Good job, Out. Happy for your wins as well. Okay. Let's make sure I'm set to resto because those are the trinkets that I want. Okay? They're healing trinkets. So until I get any of those trinkets, I'm gonna be I'll still have my loot spec set to healer. After I get any of those trinkets, I'll set it back to balance or whatever. Or, think about that later. But yeah, let's do it. Let's freaking okay, so I have like 2 slots for raid and 3 slots for mythic plus 20. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I hyped myself up for no reason, probably. There's no freaking trinket in here. Oh god. There is a trinket. It's not the trinket I wanted, though. That is a good trinket, though. That's from Neltheris, and that's the one I just kind of stopped wanting to farm, because I've been farming that place, and I have it on a 424, and it's a good trinket. Spoils of Neltheris. Wow. That's a good one. But because I had a Erupting Spear Fragment, it's 2 unused trinkets, and it really screws up with my, it like resets. It's kind of annoying. But let's see what else we have here. Oh, okay. So we have, oh man, when we have tier chest, I knew this was gonna happen. So I used my mastery token thing. Like once you get KSM or AOTC, you get a free token, and you get a token to choose your free tier slot, and I chose a freaking chess piece. Oh, I knew this was happening. God. All right, whatever. I'm over it. Oh man, I wish it was like the helmet or something. Nah. Helmet or gloves, that would have been amazing. Oh, that has leech. No, it's not worth. It's gonna, shockingly, the 421 are still better from last season because of the two tier set. They are better. You're gonna try Tom at 21 Brackenhide. Oh, okay. Yeah, good luck with yours, Out. See you later. Oh my, okay. Yeah, this is kind of I'm a little tilted, just a little bit, with this vault, just because I chose the chess piece and I knew it was gonna probably appear in my vault the next week or whatever. Ugh. It's okay, whatever. I might choose the trinket though. I might choose this trinket because this is one of the ones that I wanted. Let's see what's in the raid vault. So a finger, a crit, big versatility ring, and then you can I believe what does it go up to for 41? Yeah, so that's potentially 441, And then we have a waist, a haste verse waist, which is a good waist, but mine's not the worst. The one that I have on. I prefer haste verse and keys, but whatever. So I guess that's all for my vault, but we can check out how much of a big difference these options will give me in my healing, my HPS. Let's check it out. Import gear into questionably epic.com. So QE Live has a simming tool for healers. Check it out. So I typed in my simcraft, I pasted my simcraft string, and then as you can see, what happened here? We have a little bit of a dotted outline for the chest piece that's in my vault. It says Great Vault there in blue, right? Can you see that? Yeah, so that's there. And this is another Great Vault item, so we're just looking for light blue text. It's all gonna be calculated into the sim. So, yeah, awesome, right? See, I also have a 424 Spoils of Niltharis. This was good when I had it at 424. It's gonna probably tell me pick the Spoils of Niltharis. Check this out. Let's see. Go. Look at that. I was right. All right, see? Spoils of Niltharis. So both trinkets. I got 2 weeks in a row. We got 447 trinkets. They're not awful. They're not awful. I wish they were different trinkets. The Rashaka heart would have been amazing, or rain song, amazing. So if I get any one of those, it's definitely gonna be replacing one of these. But yeah. So you can see how much. Oh yeah, you can see how much of a difference it's gonna be in HPS. Not much, not that much of a difference. It's 0.68% if I don't choose those Spoils of Niltharis and go with the 447 tier chest instead. So that's about 786 HPS loss versus the Spoils of Niltharis trinket if I chose the chest Roots of Autumn Blaze, the tier piece, you know? But yeah, it looks like God. I just really wish it was a different slot for the tier. I knew that was gonna happen. But you know what? This was one of the pieces that I wanted to get. By the way, look, let's look at let's go back here. Let's go to subcreation.com. This is another great tool to check out, you guys. Subcreation.net actually. So when you go to Mythic Plus, you see the breakdown of all the classes and all the specs, all the dungeon ease tier list, whatever. It's all there. Let's look at healers and restoration druid, and we're gonna go up here on the top and select which trinkets are being used in the maximum keys that are being timed per week or ever, really. So this is Spoils of Niltharis. It is Biss still. And Rashok's Molten Heart also, which is the one I wanted from the freaking raid. It did not drop. Unfortunate. But these are all great. These are both great trinkets. To have one is great. I got a terrible vault. Let's help out. This is my boyfriend, by the way. He's my guy. I run keys with him. I wanted to help him gear up because I want to run with him. Let's see what he got. Back piece 447. Oh, that is a good cloak. How come I can't click on this? Bloop. Well, let's pick my sorry, I'm getting distracted. This is how easy it is to throw me off. But yeah, see, as you can see, the highest keys being timed by resto druids. They're wearing spoils of Theris and a molten heart trinket, or screaming black uh dragon scale and the molten heart. These are amazing trinkets. They're still using Furious Rage Feather from last year. And a Whisper Incarnate. They're both from last year, and they're that good. And there we see Rain Song down below here. And it's a very amazing trinket. Both of those, oh man, that would actually be a really nice combination. They're both equipped, so you don't have to worry about those. Very passive trinket, and they're both support trinkets. So you buff people. You buff your team with stats. That's a very nice combination. I would love both of these. Okay. So, yeah, I think I'll pick up the spoils because it's just such a good trinket. Look, at 447, you get 603 int, and when on use, it increases a secondary stat by 3,146 for 20 seconds. So it depends on your stats, your current stat weights. Sometimes it's intellect, or secondary stats. Sometimes it's critical strike. Sometimes it's versatility. So it's those type of stats, you know. I've used it on 424, and I'm actually I'm pretty happy about it, about getting it on a 447. So I'm totally picking that. I'm saying goodbye to 447 chest. So sorry. I have a lot of energy right now, and I'm probably gonna crash in an hour. Okay, all right. Let's just pick the spoils of Neltharis. People are gonna be really jealous when they check out my trinkets, I'm sure. Yeah, let's do it. Boop. Oh, I have a 20 freehold. Woohoo! Woohoo! I know who I'm saving that for. I know who I'm saving that for.